Everyone is welcome here, it's time to make new friends. Fill your Glencairn. Share a dram with the spirit of Edmonton.
Plancha. Good evening, Whiskey Brothers, Whiskey Sisters, Whiskey Friends, and welcome to episode 65 of the Canadian Whisky Journey's Whiskey Review. We're continuing our Canadian Whisky Journey with I should tell you who I am first. I'm Dolph. Sorry. I'm the creator of the Canadian Whisky Journey. I'm the president of the Alberta Scotch Society. I'm your host tonight. And let's say it now. We're continuing our Canadian Whisky Journey with the first installment of the Banff Whiskey Experience. And I got a banner. I got a little picture for you. So right there. So this is the Banff Whiskey Experience preview series. So if you didn't read the write-up that we had on Instagram and Facebook, I'll sum it up. It's a mini-series in the Canadian Whisky Journey that focuses on the whiskeys from the distilleries that we'll definitely get to know at the Banff Whiskey Experience on December 1 and December 2. I'm really looking forward to it. Now, the intent of the series is to give a bit of an idea as to what to expect from the craft, Albertan, and Western Canadian distilleries that are definitely going to be in attendance. So it's a category that doesn't get enough kudos, and I aim to change that, really. So I thought I would start with Park Distillery right here, as they're situated right there. They're the home team, so to speak. And I picked this particular whiskey because it's part of their exploratory whiskey project. Now, it's part of a limited edition collection of experiments. And I'm going to read this because I got this online. With technique, mash bills, barrel characteristics, and flavor profiles. They use different types of grain, cooperages, barrel sizes, and chars to eventually find their sweet spot. And I'm a linear kind of guy. So I thought, why not start pretty close to their beginnings with this? And I don't know. And maybe what might have been the beginning of them using Triticale right there in the future. So let's begin the adventure. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Triticale. I got a picture of that too. So there's Triticale. Triticale is a hybrid of wheat, which is triticum, and rye, Secale, first bred in laboratories during the 19th century Scotland, Germany. And as a rule, Triticale, I'm going to take that off there. Looks good though, eh? It combines the yield potential of grain and the qualities of wheat, but it also has the disease and environmental tolerance to grow in not fantastic soil. So it's really good in diverse soil conditions, just like rye. So the combination of them both. So it's perfect for Alberta. So this right here, this 375 ml bottle, you see this a lot if you go there with their pre-made stuff. Now, it's 100% Triticale. It was first put in the cask on February 2nd, 2011, and was barreled February 2018 for 5 years, 60 months, it says. It's a char number 3, a new American oak. So I thought when I got this, when I opened it, it'd be all vanilla. I thought so. Big color, all vanilla. And, when we get to the tasting notes, I'll tell you what I think again. And maybe it's changed because I put this back. I tried this before, but I've had this out for about a half an hour without tasting it. So it might have changed a little bit for me. Like I said, char number 3, new American oak, non-chill filtered, 45%. I'm going to say no color added. They don't need it for new American oak, especially if it's in there for 5 years. This is bottle 450 out of 600. And it was probably about $40 when it first came out. And you know what? It's just really interesting there to have it. And at one point, I had this thinking that I was going to get other ones. Now, I'm going to ask friends again. If anyone gets one of these or anything from the Exploratory Whiskey Project, any of the other ones, and you see some, pick up a couple. Get one for me. I'll pay you back, of course. I just want to have as many of these as possible. Try and open them up. It's not to keep it. It's just to taste along side by side and maybe see how these compare to what they have now. So that's 2018. So it's 5 years ago. So they're coming up on 10, 11 years worth of whiskey. So pretty exciting time for them. So let's go to the nose. And I was thinking, when I first had this, I was thinking almost corn, but that's just the sweetness of the corn that came out. But then it changed right away. It morphed into, and get this, cotton candy. It's like on the nose, I get cotton candy. And I still do. So red fruits like strawberry, raspberry, or cherry type thing, all linked to the cotton candy because of the sweetness of it. And like I was saying before, I was expecting vanilla. My wife got vanilla, but I didn't really. Yeah. I'm getting hints of the vanilla, but she said vanilla right away. And it's not right away for me. And same thing, the oak char, but the cotton candy is just moving everything else out of the way. Now, a little bit floral, and yeah, I like it a lot actually. And I usually don't like the sweet scents or smells as much. I like getting caramel, butterscotch, honey. I like determining what it is, kind of moving on from there. This is something I'm smelling for the sweetness, which is just kind of neat. All right, so on to the palate. Now, it's got a great mouthfeel, the softness, which I'm attributing to the wheat part of the triticale. It's sweet, but it's not the cotton candy anymore. And the sweetness tastes like the bubble gum that you used to get in the hockey card packs when I was a kid. So some of you might remember these hockey card pieces of gum. That's why I'm getting on the sweetness. They tasted fantastic for like 30 seconds, and then you had to throw them out, but tasted good. And that's what I'm getting. And then gets the notes at the end. That's all rye. Rye-like. I don't want to say that because, and it reminds me a little bit of the rye notes from Sons of Vancouver, because it's a floral rye. There's a little bit of heat there as well. A little bit of white peppery heat, but it's more floral than that. So, yeah. Biscuity, arrowroot cookie type thing. So, well, and maybe there's the vanilla that my wife was talking about, because you get a little bit of vanilla on that. Mm-hmm. So the vanilla comes on the palate. The sweetness is a confectioner sugar, kind of like the gum. And I don't want to say what type of floral, because I always say the same thing and it's generally wrong. It's the same purple flower that some people know, and it's not that. But I do get floral with the heat on the back. Now the finish, I'm going to say medium short, because it goes from sweet to spicy heat right away. Like right away. Gives me 2 seconds to go from one to the other. Although at the end now, the sweet's coming back. After the heat kind of dissipates a bit, the sweet comes back. So sweet to heat to sweet. All right. That's it. That's fantastic. I'm enjoying it. This is a 5-year-old, and it's a good 5-year-old. And I'm really happy that we had the triticale. And there's other stuff there. If you want to go, you should go and sit up at the patio up top and people watch. And and my daughter gave me this for, I think it was Father's Day, not my birthday. I think this was Father's Day when she went there. So she got that for me. So she had some cocktails that night and just loved that. And it's peppers, you can see in there. It's a little bit of the spice. She knows my palate from whiskey and rye. I like spice at the end. That's got a big kick of it. So if you're ever there, go in, sit up top, enjoy yourself, people watch, do flights, because I think I did flight of gin and a flight of vodka way back when, because the whiskey wasn't available when I did this way back. Enjoy. If you get a bottle, pick it up. And if you're a friend of mine and you know me, pick one up for me. I'm giving you the money back, and we'll have a whole line of them that we can try all at the same time. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic night. Don't forget about the Banff Whiskey Experience coming up December 1 and 2. I'll see you there. Cheers, everybody. Sludge.